I've been wanting to add a bandsaw to my tool collection recently for some upcoming projects. So while I was scrolling on Facebook, I come across this thing, which this is a table saw, but it's attached to this rotary table that also has a scroll saw and a bandsaw. The ad said, first $100 takes it. And I said, that's me. So I ended up picking this thing up, $100. I couldn't pass it up. It is such a cool thing. So I made some arrangements and got it to my house. And then I thought about, where am I going to put it? I don't really have any room. But I mean, you can't pass on this. So my plan today is I need to get some areas moved around and figured out. And then hopefully I can make enough room so that I can park my car in here again, because that would be great. But first, I'm going to show you what this is all about. It's pretty cool. I've never seen one before. Granted, I don't know what I'm doing and I haven't been around for very long, but the internet seems to enjoy them or hate them, which is what the internet does. So I'm going to bring you in a little closer here and kind of show you the nuances of this thing and kind of what my plan is. And then we got to do the flip, which you can see there's already about 25 pounds of sawdust down here, which I've already emptied about 25 more pounds of sawdust already. So it's got a lot of cleaning that needs done. Some of these tools haven't been used in a while. It looks like they need to be cleaned up. He even threw in a new old stock Craftsman blade for the bandsaw, which is cool, which has this lovely chart on the back here about different types of blades. Really enjoy that. He then also included, which it's very heavy. I don't want to bring it. Hopefully you can see it. This belt sander, he said, just take that too, which really works out because I already have a table saw, a nice one over here. I don't really need this contractor saw, so I think I will take this off, put the belt sander on here, have that as my tool rotation, not stool, tool rotation. So let me get you in here and kind of show you what's going on. When I saw this, I just had to have it. Quite innovative, I think. So, I mean, really the concept is it has these side tables here that you just take the little pins out. You can remove these. And that's how you activate the flip. So, better put these back in here, otherwise I will lose them. And you can tell the MDF is a little worse for wear. I mean, it's been used for sure. It's got, if you look really closely, you can see it's kind of got just a little bit of a warp to it. It's kind of hard to see, but it's there. Pretty dirty, a little swollen. So I'm probably going to replace this shelf, that shelf, and then I might eventually actually replace each one of these of the MDF and just kind of upgrade it a little bit. So on top here we got, this is a New Way 4002 table saw. It's okay, it's just a contractor saw. Has a blade in it down in there. This is kind of broken a little bit. The blade doesn't really go up and down very well. But that's all right. Like I said, I don't really need that. I didn't get it for the table saw. What I really needed was a bandsaw. And actually, I've wanted one of these. This is a Craftsman 113.2 something something and another thing. And I really have been wanting one for some projects. This is a scroll saw over here. Never used one. Seems kind of cool. So we'll get into that. But once you pull the side shelves off, shelves, then there's a little pin here. You just pull that out and it rotates. Now you might be wondering, thinking, hey, I mean, that's not good, right? You can't rotate that down. And you would be correct. Try that, doesn't work that way. But it does rotate this way, all the way, and then all the way back that way. Pretty cool. So I'll get you set up again. Pull this side table off, and we'll watch it spin. Get this other side off here. So with the side tables off, it's actually fairly unstable. But you'll see once I put those side tables on, like magic, it's sturdy. All right, here we go. Here's the magic. You kind of got to hold on to it because it wants to go. So, bandsaw. Try again. Scroll saw. I mean, how cool. So, you see, I mean, that's not going to work, right? But through magic and wizardry, slide these tables on. Put your pen in. Same on this side. Like so. And now, look, I'm actually bending the bandsaw. I mean, that's how sturdy it is now. It's just because it's wanting to push up, but these tables are holding it down. Science, you know what I mean? So that makes it nice and stable. Once again, I've never used a scroll saw before. Kind of cool. I've seen them used. But I am absolutely pleased with this purchase. Now there's one problem. Well, there's probably a few problems. One of the biggest problems is it's sitting in my parking space right now, and I want to be able to park here. So I'm going to need to clean some areas, move some stuff around so that I can get it wheeled on over there. Continue to suck up all the sawdust that keeps falling out of this thing every time I touch it. And get it set in its final resting place. After that, kind of want to go through each tool, get it cleaned up a bit. I mean, they're dusty and dirty, and you know, I'm sure it sat around in the guy's garage for a while before he decided to get rid of it, which I'm sure he'll regret here in, I don't know, probably about 8 months and 14 days. Be like, man, I wish I had that Rotary table. So really nice guy, honestly. I really appreciate the deal. It's really pretty incredible. Oh, what's this? The scroll saw has a accessory shaft off the side here. What can you do? What's that for? What do you put on there? It'll spin something else over here. What? Well, that's cool. You put a spiralizer or a noodle cutter? No, that's a mixer. That's not woodworking. We'll figure that out someday. So I'm going to set up a hyperlapse probably. I've got a lot of rearranging to do to get this in its final resting place, but let's get started. Okay, made some pretty good progress here, actually. I got this all cleaned up, got this area cleaned out. My plan is to take this shelf that was slapped together and slap together a different but smaller shelf. You know what I mean? This one's currently 8 foot long and only supported once in the middle. So it's started to sag a little bit. This was already here when I bought the house. I just kind of threw my stuff up on it when we were moving. So I'm going to take and shorten this all the way down to 3 feet, which sounds crazy, but I plan on using the leftover plywood for other more efficient forms of storage. This I'm just going to shorten down to 3 feet so I can fit it this way in the corner back here. And it should actually be able to hold all the stuff I kept. I did throw out quite a bit there, just stuff I didn't need, to make room for the table, which I'm going to put that rotary table right here up next to this workbench over here. It's only 4 foot long, which comes out to be about right here. So that'll still give me with some more space, which I do have to put the mowers, snowblower back here. But first, I need to disassemble this shelf. So I need some tools. Oh, great. So I just need to cut a few 3 foot pieces out of these and put it back together and up against the wall. It should be fairly simple. Got to remove these nails. I'll do that real quick. Okay, got all the nails out of this one. I just need to cut some 3 foot pieces out of this. Easy peasy. All right. Well, this is going well. I just plan on propping these up, putting the shelves on, screwing them together, and then we're done, I think. I don't know. I don't know that I've ever had a project go this well. Oh, you stay. I think I'll just use This is 1/2-inch plywood going into these 2x2s. We're just going to use these 1.25" screws that are Phillips head, which I hate, but I only have a few left and I want to use them up. So I'm just going to line this one up first. I know it's leaning a little bit, but we'll fix that in a second. This is probably going to split. Should definitely pre-drill these. I almost died, but I didn't. That's what's important. Okay, line this side up. Oh, wait. One, two, three, four. I don't want to show up on the bottom. I was going to leave the bottom open, actually. Okay. Going backwards. Now let's put it on the right level here. Let's see, go up, down, across, over, here. Much better. Okay, now try that again. Oh look, I already have a hole here. Okay, shelf, done. I do plan on putting another 2x2 in the middle across the center here, but I don't want to do it right now. I'll do it later, which means I'll never do it. So you can see they were already bowed, so I just flipped it upside down, which should give me plenty of time for them to bow back the other way and then struggle putting the 2x2 in, fighting it, kicking it over, setting it on fire, and then we're good. I guess I gotta load it up now. Put all my stuff back because now you can't see, but the rest of my garage is an absolute nightmare. But I ended up with, these are both 2 foot by 2 foot now, hunks of 1/2-inch plywood, and then I have one whole 2 foot by 8 foot sheet left, which is awesome. I'm going to use those to build some sort of cabinets for the shop, or wall shelves, or whatever it is, something. So I'm going to hang on to these and start getting this thing loaded up. I got it. Man, that is nice. This is going to be great. And I know what you're thinking. You can't use a table saw like that up against the wall. I know. I might have even mentioned it earlier in this video, but that was hours ago and I forgot by now. But my plan is to take off the table saw and put on a sander, I think. That'll be good. Also, maybe this isn't the final resting place for it, but I at least had to get it out of my way over there. It'd be good for the scroll saw, maybe a little bit of the bandsaw, but I'll only have so much room. So it is on a single set of casters, which I might eventually also, maybe, probably not, I might put this on 4 casters, locking casters, so it'll be much easier to roll around. And then if I need to, I can just turn it around like this and have all the room in the world. So I am going to flip this one more time because I want it to be set on the bandsaw. This needs to go over this way. Just a touch more. So I can get this table off. And then I want it to go this way. There we go. I mean, that's kind of a bit of room. I don't even know what I'm going to use it for. Really, I have some small projects in mind, but well, let me know if you've ever seen one of these, or if you have any other ideas what I could put on here, or ways to upgrade this. I kind of plan on going through and cleaning it up quite a bit. Like I said, replacing these boards. I don't know, I might even paint it, but I kind of want to leave it how it is. I like the look of it. I don't know. I can't decide. You tell me. Now I gotta pick up the rest of the garage before my wife gets home so she has a place to park, because that's important. So I'm gonna get going on that, and I'll see you next time.